What's up, everybody? I'm Sly The Movie Guy, and here's my movie review on Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, directed by Sam Liu, who directed a recent animation film called Batman Gotham by Gaslight. And in this film, Amanda Waller forms a special team full of villains on a mission to retrieve a powerful mystical object that puts the Task Force X lives at risk. What I think about this is, well, it's another DC animation film, and some of them has been missing hits. But this one directed by Sam Liu, so I kind of was a little bit hyped up, but a little bit with low expectations. Didn't look at the trailers on YouTube, but this director directed Batman Gotham by Gaslight, which did surprise me because I thought it was good. And this one, is it good, any good? Well, there's some good things and bad things about it. The good things are that this is a rated R film because I didn't know how that approach was going to be for this. Because usually every DC animation is PG-13, even though it has the crazy stuff in it and all that. And I didn't expect it. It's not for kids and stuff. This one's really not for kids. So when I was looking at it, as the storyline was going on, I just got invested in the first 2 minutes where it had raw, gritty blood going on. That was surprising. Thought that was some good parts. So this thing was basically that was the positives. What I think was what helped it is the story of seeing these Suicide Squads go on this mission, basically, and how Amanda Waller was getting the characters involved. Because as she's recruiting characters, we get to learn new characters, which I like. I think it's called Killer Frost, some dude named Copperhead, like a snake guy, and then this other guy that's like a fighter. So we get to see new introduction of characters, but one of them we get to re-see again, like Deadshot voice that voiced the character with Kristin Slater that voiced Deadshot does good. Tara Strong does great as Harley Quinn. Those are good things. I think the voice casting is well done in this series. In this film, in this film, I thought the voice casting worked. And the mission was very interesting because it almost felt like they were doing a supernatural mission that they got to find this card because something of meaning behind this card, and that's where I didn't know what they meant is. It's almost like they had to do a mystery thing, find clues. Basically, again, it's almost like a clue where they had to go on a mission that is life at risk with this mystical object. So it has some meaning to it, and I thought it was good. I thought the first act was good as Deadshot, and it was with another group where he's on a mission, and this blood and the gore was great. The action in it was great from the first act. The action overall does well. I think they did the action well for certain parts in the film. I thought that was great. I thought they did well for the action for the most part. Some of it I had issues with, but that counts with the storyline. But also with their mission was when they went to this club or whatever, and they had to find this character that's involved with this thing that they trying to accomplish, and there goes. They go to this club or whatever, and that's when things kind of get little kind of silly at some points because they kept showing that over and over again. Even though it's a rated R thing, I expect that, but I just need more of what their goal is, and that was their goal. So that one didn't. It kind of bothered me a little bit, but not too much because it added a little action there. Like I said, the action covers up some of the flaws, but not overall. When they get to the characters in there, when they meet the character gives a broad scope story about why he has this, wherever he has on his neck or on his back. He goes through the story, and it kind of come off like a little bit humor. The humor, what I'll say, the humor I say from me is a hit and miss. Some of the stuff I did enjoy, some of the stuff I didn't enjoy, but the humor kind of take away the seriousness tone of the story because if their lives is at risk, I kind of don't want to see a lot of humor unless you can dwell on it, unless you can make it good. At least the humor don't mess up the storyline. which that can lead in some problems. Some of the humor kinds of taking me out, and I was kind of like, okay. When it comes to Harley Quinn, they trying to add a little comedic tone. We know that Harley Quinn say funny things, but it actually takes away to certain parts on certain scenes that I did not want to see. And the negatives for that, I just the second in the middle towards the middle, this movie is about an hour and 20 or 30 minutes. Usually an animation like that be's 1 hour and 17 or 16. It's kind of like the second act kind of goes too long with it. It goes too long now, and it has so much slow burns where different characters like have subtle moments. There's subtle moments in it. I just kind of like, that's fine and all, but overall, I just did not care for the slow burns. I kind of wanted them to do stuff. The dialogue is not boring. The dialogue actually does work in certain parts of it, but it just sometimes this animation has a little. It has like it pacing issues. I think this does have a little pace issues. It has some slow burns. Is it a bad thing or good thing? Not much. It kind of messes up the storyline a little bit, and that's why I think it was the biggest downfall. I kind of wanted it to be like the other animation with the Suicide Squad is called Batman Assault on Arkham, which that was good. I actually enjoyed that one. That was actually good. I thought that was it was an underrated animation film. So I was looking forward to this with these new recruited characters and see how they go with this. And I kind of like have some. I wish I wanted to see them do a better execution with the characters because that's what leads on to the other negatives. Some characters doesn't belong in this. It doesn't belong here. It just it would have been good if they can dwell them, but emphasize them a little bit. Some characters are kind of like, oh, just didn't mean nothing to the storyline. Deadshot was probably like the only character, and this other characters that meant for the story, which I was invested. If they showed those two characters, I'd probably been more invested in that. It's just when they start, which was the positives is this thing took risk. I say that for the most part. They took risk of killing characters, but when they kill the characters, there's nothing impactful because they didn't really make us care for certain characters. For me personally, some characters didn't make us care for that I just didn't want on the screen. I just said, give me more Deadshot and this other character. Just give me that. That's just one of the things I kind of didn't care for. Like towards the third act, I thought that's where the thing is kind of like try to show some meaning to it, like where they show Amanda Waller and Deadshot or something, and towards the end, and them fighting this character, and there's a twist in the end on the third act too, which I say the third act is where the twist comes in, where it leaves me shocking, which I think DC always adds in their animation a little twist that you didn't expect to happen, especially from the recent film, Batman Got My Gaslight, and this one, another twist, which is good and all, but since the storyline of this didn't like hook me from when it's the slow burn in the second act, that's what messed me up of not really caring for the story. But I have fun with the most part. I enjoy some of the stuff of the action and stuff. Like I said, it's not a horrible animation. It's just certain things I wanted to happen good. Overall, I can say I enjoy some. There's the good and bad out of it. So basically, it's a fine animation film. If you're, like I said, I'm not much like I don't know much of like to the Suicide Squad. I know certain characters like Harley Quinn and Deadshot because they involved in the Batman universe. But if you're a big massive Suicide Squad fan, I say check it out. You'll find some enjoyment. There's some stuff to enjoy out of this animation. I'm gonna give Suicide Squad Hell to Pay a B minus. I think that if you're a big Suicide Squad fan, I think you'll enjoy it. If you're not much of a big fan, this might slightly disappoint you. But overall, I think it was still fun to enjoy. I still find some fun enjoyment out of it. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, click thumbs up. Or if you're new to the channel, click subscribe. That's why I can see you next time on Sly the Movie Guy. Peace.